everyone, and welcome back to another tag making project. Please take a moment to hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps my channel. Once again, I went through and shopped my craft room and pulled out some oldies but goodies to create today's tag project. The products I used will be listed in the description box below. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I'm going to work on is the mug, because I need my transfer gel to dry, since I will be using a laminator to foil my mug. Now I'm not going to use the Deco leaves pattern on my mug like I did here. I'm actually going to flip-flop the backgrounds. So I'm going to put the Deco leaves on my tag, the background of my tag, and I'm going to foil the candy canes onto my mug. So my mug, I already pre-cut my mug using Christmas Red cardstock from Gina Designs, and that mug comes from the winter mug die set from Pretty Pink Posh. I'm also going to use the Pretty Pink Posh layered candy cane stencil, which is a 2-piece stencil. Pretty Pink Posh has etched at the bottom of their stencil the name and the letter of each of the stencils. Oh, can I get it to focus? So that way you know which one you're using. So that one is stencil A, and this one is stencil B. You don't have to, some stencils that are layering stencils, you don't need to go in the order of which the stencils are labeled. In this case, we need to, because we need to put our base down first before we put our layering piece. So the base, we're not going to apply the transfer gel. The base of the candy canes are going to be white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up my mug on my stencil, and the images are fairly large, so I want to be able to see the candy canes, even though a lot of it will be covered up when I put the scarf over them. So I think what I'm going to do is, let me pick this back up. I think I'm going to bring this over up a little bit. And I think right there is good. So I'm going to flip that over so it doesn't shift, and I'm going to apply some low-tack tape. And because I am going to be using white pigment ink, I'm going to use the Hero Arts Unicorn White Pigment ink. I'm actually going to use my Picket Studios Pouncer. These are new to my craft room, and they're very dense foam. They actually feel really nice. But it makes applying the white ink a lot easier than a brush. I mean, the brush is easy, but I notice that when I use the brush, I kind of get the bristle strokes, and I don't want that. So I am going to use my pouncer. So I guess you don't really need to see the pad very much, but all you do is just basically pounce to get some ink on the pouncer. It's hard to tell because it's white on white. And then I'm just going to pounce along to bring out the candy cane image. And because this is pigment ink, you may need to kind of go over it a few times to really bring out the white, make it more opaque. Now, if you wanted to, you could wait until this dries, the pigment ink dries, and then apply a second layer, but I'm impatient, so I probably won't. But I get really good coverage. And I'm sorry if that shook the screen a little bit more than I wanted. And then I love how they come in this little case. So let me put my cap on because I will somehow stick my hand in this. It's inevitable. Okay, so our first layer is done. I'm gonna slowly remove my stencil so that way I don't get ink in places I don't want. It's not dye ink, so the pigment ink tends to stay wet a little bit longer. So you need to be careful when removing your stencil so that way you don't smear the ink. Normally I'd wait for this to dry a little bit, but I'm not. I'm gonna line up my second stencil carefully because like I said, I don't want to smear this ink. Easier said than done. Here we go. I'm gonna push this down because I still have that low tack tape behind there. And this I want to make sure is really taped down because I don't want the transfer gel to go underneath the lines of the stencil. The transfer gel is a little bit different than your, you know, lunar paste or glitz glitter gel. I feel like the consistency is a little bit, it's not as thick. It kind of has the consistency of mayonnaise, to be honest. This I just use press and seal to help with the longevity of the product, so that way it doesn't dry out. But I'm just gonna use a palette knife. I'm gonna use just a little bit. You don't need a lot because like I said, it's kind of more like mayonnaise than anything, so I'm gonna go ahead and carefully, and in a thin layer because I want this to dry fairly quickly. And so when I do this, I kind of press down on this stencil because I did notice if I don't do that, I somehow, and maybe it's just me, but I end up getting the transfer gel underneath the stencil. And I don't want to do that because then the foil will stick to wherever this gel dries. And I only want it where the lines of the candy canes are. I think that's a good amount. So I would normally put this back into the jar, and I probably could because it's just white pigment ink, but in this case I'm not going to. It's really not that much on my palette knife, so I can just take my paper towel and wipe it off since I am not near the sink. Actually, you know what? I totally forgot that I have this stencil here. Wow, look, I even got it here. I get this stuff everywhere. I don't even know how I got it there. If I watch the replay, I'll probably see it. So again, I'm gonna take my knife. I'm gonna carefully remove my stencil because I don't want it to shift. And I'll need to take that to a sink so that way it does not dry. And this turned out actually better than the one that I did earlier. A lot better, way better. I mean, there's a few here, but you could just use your finger and wipe it off. How great is that? So the transfer gel, when you apply it, is white. You know that it's dry because when it dries, it turns clear. Oh, I have a bubble. If you have a bubble, just get either a knife or a pointy object or whatever, just pop the bubble. But this is what it looks like. And so I'm gonna set this off to the side to dry. And like I said, when I'll know it's dry because the white will turn clear. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up my work surface. I'm using a glass mat so it wipes up easy. Okay, so we will close this back up because we don't need this anymore. When this dries clear, we're ready to laminate. You're gonna I would preheat my laminator beforehand because you want to make sure that the laminator is nice and hot. It foils a lot better when it's nice and hot. But for the sake of time, I went ahead and laminated one that I had done off screen. I already prepared this one off screen, so this is what it looks like. I honestly think I like the way that I was able to get the white pigment ink on this one than this one. It's a lot darker. But not all cards are the same. They're always different every time you do them. And the foil that I used is from Gina K Designs in Thermo Red. It is her fancy foils, and I used the color Radiant Red. Beautiful. Look at all that sparkle and shine. And I keep them in a stamp pocket. We're gonna pretend like we foiled our mug. And now we're gonna work on die cutting. So I'm gonna die cut, well, off screen I die cut just for the sake of time, all the pieces. So I have all the die cut pieces here. And each piece comes from a different set. So I used, for the scarf, I used the Pretty Pink Posh Fall Mugs or Fall Mug Editions die set. There's where the scarf comes from. And I used Gina K Designs Metallic Gray cardstock because it has more of a shimmer to it. It's kind of hard to pick up, but it's more like a metallic in the video. It's really hard to tell the difference, but it's really pretty. Instead of doing a flat matte gray, I did the metallic. And then, oh, the holly is from the winter mugs. You get that with the mug die. Oop, right here, and then the berry part. And then you also get the marshmallow. Sorry guys, I'm a little out of it today. Haven't been sleeping well the last couple of days, so my brain is working a lot harder than it should. So I apologize. And then for the poinsettia, again, I had cut out a bunch of them and made them. I was going to town and I kept them off to the side in a bowl. But because our mug is red, I didn't feel like the colors that I've already pre-made would go well with this tag. Whoops. So I went ahead and I think I'm going to do white. And I cut out, it's a 2-layer die. And I used the Spellbinders Christmas Blooms die set. The 2 layering dies, and together we'll glue them together. And I kind of, I use a gem in the center, but I didn't have any red gems. So I went through my stash and I found some pearls. And where I got them, I have no idea. It's been so long. I didn't even realize I had them until I started digging through my stash. But I'm gonna use one of these little pearls instead for the center. No idea where I got those. Maybe I got them at Michael's. I don't know. It's been a long time. And the candy canes. Oh, you saw the candy canes. They came from the Winter Mugs die. And so I really liked the way these candy canes came out with kind of the metallic stripes. But then I was like, well, I used the Radiant Red foil for the candy canes, and so maybe I wanted them to match. So what I did is I took my toner sheets from Thermo. So Thermo has toner sheets, just black toner sheets. And I took the toner sheet, cut a piece out, and I foiled using the Radiant Red, just a solid piece of the toner sheet. And I'm gonna use this and die cut the stripes for the candy canes so that way it matches our foiling on the mug. I think that's gonna look better than, like, I already pre-cut using the metallic. You could still use the metallic, but like I said, I think it's gonna look better if I match them. So now let's go ahead and I'm probably going to use my mini die cut machine, which I use the Sidekick. There's many mini die cutting machines out there. I just so happen to have the Sidekick. Where are my scissors? Okay. I'm going to cut this down. Did I cut that too? I might have cut that too short because my brain's not working today, at least not very well. Okay, so it is this one. Oh no, we're good. Oh, look at that. Okay, come on, get it together. Where are my cutting plates? These are well-loved cutting plates. I have replacement ones, but for some reason I keep grabbing the old ones. Okay. Okay, so there is the first one. Okay, so in my other tag video, I did say it's a lot easier if you keep these inside the negative, but these fell out, so it's okay. Just put them off to the side in order. I'm gonna bring this back because I need two of them, and I'm gonna die cut on the opposite side. So, perfect. I'm gonna leave this on my cutting mat, and I'm just gonna push this off to the side. Let's work on, let's work on our background. So I'm gonna bring in my Deco leaves from Pretty Pink Posh, and I'm gonna do my best to line it up and make sure it is straight. How do I want this? Do I want the, that looks good. Flip this over. And sorry if I'm not explaining things very well today. Like I said, my brain is just not functioning the way that it should. Not to say that normally it does, but I feel like it's a lot better than today. Oh, the cardstock I'm using is Gina K's Kraft Cardstock. All the products that I have shown in today's tag making project, I will list in the description box below. So just go ahead and click, I believe it says more, and that'll expand the box. And then if you scroll down, it'll list everything that I'm using, just in case I forget to say the name of an item or it gets missed. So I think what I'm gonna do for kind of a tone on tone look for our background, I think I'm gonna bring in Sandy Beach. Wow, I'm even off screen. Sorry guys. I'm gonna bring in Sandy Beach. And I'm gonna apply it using a blending brush. All right. Drawer liner, sorry guys. I'm gonna ink up my, actually, you know what? I'm gonna make sure I don't have any other brown because this is a light color and I don't want a dark spot. So all I do is take a paper towel, piece of paper towel. This is how I clean my brushes. You could actually wash them, but then it takes forever to dry. So I just wipe them off on a piece of paper towel, get them as clean as possible before I use another color. I think that's the problem. I shifted too far to the left, my left, so I'm off screen. Let me shift over to the right so then that way I can stay in center. Okay, and it doesn't help that I actually moved my camera stand too, so today is just a day, but that's okay. Not all our days can be perfect. So let's go ahead and ink blend our Sandy Beach. I really like this stencil, it's very versatile. It was part of, I believe, Pretty Pink Posh's fall release, but not just for fall, I'm using it for Christmas. Probably use it for other seasons too. That's what I love about it. I like when you can stretch your products into different seasons for different things. Really get your money's worth. Sometimes I feel like I invest in products and use it a couple of times and put it in the drawer and that's it. But craft products are way too expensive to not use them multiple times. At least in my book. Okay. I think that looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Also keep in mind, Gina K's inks dry back a little bit, not a lot, but it'll lighten as it dries. So, let's see. Oh, that's cute. I like that a lot. How cute is that? I like that little pattern. Okay. Let's clean off our stencil. So to clean my stencil, all I take is a little bit of alcohol and I'm going to spray it on my stencil, and I take another paper towel and I just wipe. This is the fastest and easiest way to clean your stencil, especially if I was going to use this stencil multiple times with different colors. I like using the alcohol because it dries a lot faster than if you're using water. Look at how clean. Okay, so that's just a little trick. I'm gonna put this back because we won't be needing it anymore. So we have die cut, we have stenciled, we have laminated. So now let's start assembling. Okay. So let's bring this back in. Bring in my mug. Oh, I will, so one thing is if you notice, this candy cane overlapped where the die had cut a slit, so that way you can add different elements inside the mug if you wanted to. All I did, because obviously the duo gel went over that line and kind of fused it together, especially with the foil. And all I did was take a craft knife, slid it in here, and then just kind of gently, oops, sorry, didn't mean to shake you guys, gently went through and kind of cut a line in that foil. And that's what separated the two. Oh, I think that's going to be cute. I like it. Okay, so let's start gluing things together. On this one, there is a little bit, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little dark spot right here that I'm not liking. So I'm going to try my best to cover that up with the scarf. I'm going to be using my Gina K Designs Connect liquid adhesive in a fine tip applicator bottle. You could use tape runner, but I don't have very good success with my tape runner. I find that eventually it ends up peeling up. And so I don't want that to happen, since this is made to stay down, or meant to stay down. Okay, so I'll use an acrylic block to kind of just hold that in place. I think what I want to do first before I add this, because I'm not quite sure where I want to add this, maybe right there. I want to assemble my poinsettia. And again, the poinsettia is actually from Spellbinders. It's their Christmas Blooms die set. I'm going to put a little glue in the center. And for the small one, I'm kind of, instead of having it line up perfectly, I'm going to offset that, so that way the leaves fill in the gaps. And it makes it, to me, look a little bit more full. I will take my tweezers wherever they are, and I will just clamp them together so that way the glue has time to set. One thing I do like, once it's dried, I kind of like to take the littler leaves and zhuzh them up a little bit, really give it dimension. Okay. So I need to figure out, out of these little pearls, which one is going to fit. That might be too big. Oh, maybe not. Kind of wish they were a little bit darker, but I guess at this point, because I don't have red pearls and I thought I did, beggars can't be choosers. Or my mom always says, beggars can't be choosy. Okay. And I believe these have adhesive at the back of them, and they do. So they're like a little sticker. Ooh, this kind of makes it harder to put on there. Yeah. Oh, he's cute. I wonder if I can, or is he just gonna flop around? Eh. Look at that. How cute. Ooh, I gotta be careful I don't rip that. That's adorable. Okay. So, oh, I said I was gonna put this on here. Oh, that's cute. I didn't think I was gonna like it because I'm like, oh, just white? How boring. But I think that's really cute. Not boring at all. That's probably more than I needed, but boop. Come on. oops. Apparently I have the shakes too. I'm just a hot mess today, guys. Sorry, you have to go and watch it. Oops. Look at that. Cute. Now I'm gonna figure out where I want it. I kind of want the candy cane because I don't want to get rid of, oh my gosh, you can't even see. Sorry. All right. Take two. I kind of want to see the foil, so maybe I'll just offset it like this and have it peeky. Oh yes, I do. Okay. Yep. I probably should have stuffed this first with all of my goodies, but that's okay. Is that too high up? Oh, I can't go any lower because it's going to be hanging off the mug and I don't want it to hang off. Ooh, I barely make it. Look at that. Okay. That's going to be so cute. Oh, I like it. Ooh, I already smeared it. No. Oh, I like that a lot. How cute. Okay, what's next? So now that we have assembled that part of the mug and I have babbled your ear off, let's work on the candy canes. Okay, and so I know you guys seen me put these together. Actually, let's just stick with the fine tip applicator bottle and let's start gluing these down. Okay. I feel like every time I do this, I hear Kathy Zilski in my head booping. And it makes me want to boop. She would go boop, but she does it a lot better than I do. Of course. Let's see. Oh, I like this. I think I like this way better than the metallic. I mean, I like the metallic, but I think for this card, it really needed to have the hot foil match. Wow, that's so pretty and shiny. And I don't know what this is, but we need to get that out of there. Okay. And I need to be mindful of when I set this down, because when I watched the replay of my last video, that is really loud. So I apologize. When I set my embellishment wand down on the glass mat, I never realized how loud it sounded until I watched my replay. So I apologize in advance. Okay. Look how cute that is. Look at all that sparkle. Can I get the sparkle in the light, or am I just getting the glare? Kind of both. But it's really, really pretty in person. Okay. Now let's move on to the second one. I feel like I'm chatty Cathy today, and it's not even anything of importance. Okay. It must be the accountant in me. They always say, you know, you're an accountant when you talk to yourself. Boop. Get that on there. Line that up. It's a lot of glue. I didn't need to squeeze that much. Boop. Ooh. Where's that? Oh, sorry. I had a moment because I'm like, I feel like I'm missing one. And I wanted to make sure I didn't put one in the wrong place. Again, you could, there are stitching lines. You could cover up the stitching lines if you don't want to see them. I like to see them, so I'm putting my stripes right above the stitch line. This is the one that I thought I was missing. That one went on nice. I wish they were all going on like that. There we go. Okay, finally. I felt like that took forever. Sorry. Okay. Ooh. I was checking on our other mug and we're getting close. It's starting to turn clear. Not quite there yet, but close. Okay. Let me move that out of the way. Here are our candy canes. They're so cute. All right, let's bring this in. I need, oh, our cocoa. We need to glue our cocoa down. Or coffee. Cocoa or coffee. Here we are. We'll just set that right in the middle-ish. Most of it's going to get covered up, but right in the middle. I like that. Yeah. Okay. Now, the hardest part. Stuffing everything in there. It's not that hard. I'm just talking out loud. Okay. I liked when this one kind of went over like that. That might be a little too much though. Let's see if I can get this in here. Oof. Okay. Bring my tag in so I can see how far I need to push those candy canes down. Give them a little bit of a tilt. I think that'll work. Bring them up a little bit. Oop, that's not glued down all the way, so I don't want that to pill up. I think right there is cute. And then perfect. I actually like that. I think that's really cute. Before I commit though, let's just take some low tack tape and temporarily tape that down. And to be honest, if I do like that, I'm not even going to take this off. I'll just glue it down with the temporary tape on there because no one's going to see it anyways. So no big deal. That is so cute. I didn't think I was going to like the white flower, but I do. I don't think I've ever had just a white flower like that. Okay. So let's glue down our little holly. Oh, you know what? Before we do this, let's add some ink to it. Give it a little bit of dimension. I'm going to grab a small blending brush. These are from Simon Says Stamp. And let's do Christmas Pine because that is my favorite green out of Gina K Designs ink cubes. And I'm so happy She finally was able to get Christmas pine cardstock. That makes me so happy. My wishes came true. And we're just gonna apply some ink at the end. I don't know why I love this green, but I do. Which is funny because my favorite color is the blue and teal family. Something about this green that was just money. Or maybe that's it, money. All right. Okay, I know it looks super dark, but again, it'll dry back. In fact, that's what I did here, now that I'm looking at our original tag. So, we have green there. Just gonna take a cloth, excuse me. Ooh, that is not a fun sound. I'm sorry for that. But we're clean, so it's okay, right? All right, now let's put a little glue. Take our other leaf. How do I want this? I think I want, do I want that? Maybe I want that. I think so. If not, that's the beauty of liquid glue. I can just move it. Oop, I didn't want to move it that much. I feel like I'm having a off crafting day. Anybody else ever have an off crafting day? Look at that, and too much glue. Ay, ay, ay. Get it together. Oop. All right. We are going to stick this. My goodness. Come on. I believe what we're going to do is we're going to stick this right about here. Ooh, but see, good thing I did tape that down because I feel like the candy canes are too low. I'm losing them. Yeah. All right, let's adjust. Why don't we? Okay, so I probably should have glued the holly on first. I kind of, yeah, I feel like we should glue the holly on first. Ooh, now I'm scared. All right, let's try this. I have glue on my fingers. Did I just put that in the same spot? I don't think so. All right, let's try this. Hold on. Hold, please. All right. Oh, I think that might be a little bit better. Was that my problem? Because I did bring it up some. And then this will go here. Is that better? Or is that too tall now? I feel like you can play with this forever in a day. Okay, I'm gonna keep it right there because otherwise I'll fiddle with this all day and we don't have, I guess technically it's nighttime right now. We don't have all night. We have to go to bed. Although I will say I'm more of a night owl than I am a daytime person. How's that? Oh, I think that's better. Just put it down. I thought maybe I wanted to add my marshmallow back there, but feel like for placement purposes or referencing purposes, maybe I should glue this down first. No, I don't like that. Oh, I shifted that and I didn't mean to. Now let's start tucking in our, tucking in our marshmallows. This is also another reason why I didn't glue it down, so that way I can tuck my marshmallows in a lot easier. And you can't see because I'm off screen again. My goodness. Get it together. Okay. Let me glue that down. And then let's put this one. Let's tuck you right here. Come on out. I'm gonna do a little cheat. I'm gonna glue him or tape him down too. Tape for the cheater. Okay, and we can put you right here. Oh, that's cute. Yes, I like it. Oh wait, but I need one last marshmallow. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? Oh, I love it. It's adorable. So now I gotta just try to keep it in place while I glue it down, which sometimes is the hardest. There's been times where I laid it out and then when it was time to adhere everything, for some reason it got all out of place and wonky. So when I want something to go well, I have to remember to breathe. I end up holding my breath because I want it to work out. Okay, here we go. Look at our cute little mug. This mug set is just adorable from Pretty Pink Posh, and all the add-ons to it for, you know, different themes just makes it such a great die set for all different occasions. How cute is that? I don't know if it's crooked or not, but okay. So let's see. We're almost done, I promise. I know this is kind of a long video, but now we're gonna glue everything down. Ooh. Got a little air bubble in there. All right. How cute. Oh, you know what? I had glue on my tweezers. So it took out a chunk right there of the, be careful. I'm gonna have to move this because my tweezers had glue on them. So that's actually a good thing, a good tip. Just to show you guys, my tweezers had glue on them. And so I had them resting on top of the foil. So when I took them off, it took the foil with it. So I will have to shift this marshmallow over so that way I can cover up that tiny mistake. Now it's too tall. Which is, it's still cute. It's not the original placement, but it is one way to fix a boo-boo. So just know that you need to be a little bit careful, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. I need to wipe that off. And because our candy canes are not going to stay down, I mean, I guess if I put enough glue and put an acrylic block on there, I could hold them down, but let's give them a little bit of dimension, and so they naturally tend to want to flop up. See how there's a gap? So I'm just going to cut some foam squares and put it behind there so that way they're naturally sticking up, which is nice because it'll give us some dimension along with the poinsettia. So I have so many of these 3D foam squares, and I will tell you, I love the size of them. However, I do not like how hard it is to take off the, what would you call that? Not the carrier. Why can't I think? I can't think of what the name is for these, but of course, look, as I say that, it comes off easily, but normally I fight and struggle with taking that off. The release, that's what it is, like the release liner. If it wasn't for that, I would love these. Actually, that one came up nice, so we're gonna use this side. And I'm just using my Simon Says Stamp scissors. They have a nice coating on them, so sticky things don't stick very well to them, which I like about them. Not saying that they won't get gunk on them, because they will, but this coating makes it a lot easier to wipe it off. Okay. So let's see, how are we gonna do this? I am going to gently put that down. I probably should have taken the release paper off. Oh, look at that. It's being nice. It's playing nice today. Normally it does not. And then I think I need to do one more. Let me get it started. Maybe that's the trick. Nope, it's just playing nice today. Good, because everything else was not. Put that on top. I want to make sure you can't see it when you're looking at it. Yeah, perfect. Okay. What do I do with my scissors? Here they are. Did I cut that? I don't know that I cut all the way through. All right, round two. There we go. All right. Sorry guys, I need to really look into it, so I need to bring it close to my face. Okay, so that's what I did, is I put it on there, but like, look at this one, stubborn as a mule. I can't get it off. There it goes. Yeah, I need something easy peasy. There we go. And then watch, it's gonna stick to my finger and I'm gonna have a hard time getting it off. Although it seems like when I say that, things tend to do the opposite for me right now. So maybe saying it out loud, it'll make it easier. Oh, almost. Okay. Play nice. There we go. Yay. Okay. Whew. That one made me sweat a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But it worked out. How cute. Oh, I love this. Am I missing anything? Let's take a look. Okay, what do we have? We have our background, we have our mug, we've foiled, die cut. Let me zhuzh up my flowers. Ooh, you know what it could use on this one? I did not add the shimmer pen to the poinsettia, but I did add it to the berry. I think for this one, why don't we add it to the berry and maybe like the ends? All right, let's try it. I've had these forever. It came in a 3-pack, the Spectrum Noir Sparkle Glitter Pen Brush Pens. This is the clear. I like to shake it up. I'm not sure if you're supposed to shake it up, but I shake mine up. Oops. Don't twist though, because I don't want the pen to come out. So I'm gonna color in the berry. Yay, and then I kind of just want to add some shimmer to the tips. I say the tips, but I end up, looks like I'm covering the whole thing. Just to add some sparkle. I feel like when I go to CVS and I see that they have all their poinsettias in stock, they always have like this glitter on them. This reminds me of the CVS flowers. You know what? I'm just covering the whole thing because I keep going lower and lower, so there we go. I'm just covering it all. Yay, look at that sparkle. All right, because it's still wet, let's zhuzh them back up. Ooh, too much zhuzh. Oh, how cute. How stinking cute. That ended up turning out. So cute. Oh, I love it. I don't know. Can you see the sparkle? Made a difference. Oh, can I get it? There we go. This turned out so cute. Oh, I love it. They look great together. Similar but different. Both cute. And I'll do the same for this tag. I will cut out a layer of vellum, and I'm not sure what color I'm going to use as the third tag. I might just stick with maybe a red, bring in another Christmas red, or I might cut the metallic gray cardstock as a third layer. Ooh, decisions. But, or you can just keep the tag the way that it is, because that's cute too. You don't need to layer your tags. I like the look of layering my tags. Then the third tag can be where you write your greeting, your message. It kind of vellum masks what your message is, almost like a little surprise. Or you can just keep it the way that it is. If you had some ink or some stuff that you didn't like on here, you would just you would just cut out another tag and glue it together. So it would be like this. Or you can even do that. So many possibilities. But now that I've glued everything down, this is how our tag turned out. So cute. All right, guys, that'll complete today's card project, or tag project, I should say, paper crafting project. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that these tags inspire you. Thank you so much for stopping by. To all my subscribers, thank you so much for your continued support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.